All right. So today I want to take some time. I even put some slides together. Yeah. I want to talk about the and what I've called it is YouTube blueprint for your business. Because I think there's a lot of people out there that are not realizing the huge power of what YouTube can do for you. Okay. And so sit back, relax. I've only got 500 slides, so it won't take long. Okay, maybe not 500, but okay. So here we go. I want you to watch this short, just to give you some um credibility of why I'm going to be teaching you this and why it works, right? So watch this short video there.
When I thought YouTube, I'm like, okay, well, Mr. Beast, and here I am with 96 subscribers. The next 30 days, I brought in cash, $102,900 in cash. That was with 96 subscribers.
Okay. So what he was just saying was that he had 96 subscribers on YouTube. That was it, right? He didn't have tens of thousands of people on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all that, or he didn't have 100,000, subscribers on YouTube and everything else. But with 96 subscribers, 96 people, he made $100,000 that next 30 days. Okay. Anybody want that? Anybody? Bueller. Okay. Um, Most of us would, right? I mean, that makes it. But what if it took 3 months and you made in a 3 month time frame $100,000, right? Exactly, Karen. If it took 6 months, that's still $100,000. Divide that by six. That's what, 16, $17,000 a month. Okay. So how to build your business using YouTube. And the reason I love YouTube is because it's not the fast-paced business of social media. Social media is people, and it takes so little time comparatively. The hardest part I'm finding now about really delving into building my business on YouTube is I feel like I go through my day going, I should be doing something. Maybe I got to make another YouTube video, or maybe I got to what do I should be doing something, right? And that's the way I've felt for so many years with social media is because, oh, yep, time for another post. Oh, I got to go comment. I got to go, share. I got to go do all these other things. Building your business on YouTube will bring back that time that is so precious to us. And that I love that about it. When you think about YouTube as a tool, not your business is outside of that. Your business is your Kajabi or your System.io or whatever you're using, right? That's where your business resides. And today we're not going to talk about views and subscribers because that's what most people think. Well, I got to get thousands and thousands of views on my videos. I gotta have thousands and thousands of subscribers. I can give you example and after example after example of people that are on YouTube and have very few subscribers, very few views, but are making 5 and 6 figures a month. Right? I know one guy's got 1,000 people on his email list from YouTube, and he makes multiple seven figures. I know another young lady's got 500 subscribers, and she makes uh, $20,000 to $30,000 a month consistently. Okay, so it's not about the views and the subscribers. The size of your audience means nothing. It's the quality of your audience that is going to control your income. Okay, so let's talk about how we make YouTube work for you. Right. Well, the first thing is that you need to know who your ideal viewer is. All right. Now we talk about your ideal customer, same thing. Who is my ideal viewer? Who am I really talking about? And I'm going to go into a little bit of depth that here in a bit, but you need to know who your ideal viewer is. And from there, you need to create relevant content for the ideal viewer. And what this does is this allows that algorithm on YouTube to categorize you. Says, okay, LW is talking to this person. There, he's putting out this relevant content to that viewer. I'm going to make sure that I now move to that second part, that last part there. I start pushing the internal traffic sources of YouTube to his videos, to her videos, right? So I'm going to use the search, suggest, and browse, which are part of the YouTube algorithm, and I'm going to start pushing that out to the ideal viewer because of the relevant content, which triggered the categorization algorithm, which now allows YouTube to do that. So you do two things, right? Decide who your ideal viewer is, create relevant content, and then you let YouTube work for you the rest of the way. Because the more that you create, and you don't have to create a lot, you don't have to go, I got to do 20 videos a week and all this other stuff. No, a lot of people are doing one video a month and having the same success. Okay. It's about knowing who you're talking to and creating content that is what they want, right? So what do I ask myself? So here's what I do. I help whoever my ideal client is go from zero to hero so that they can achieve the desired feelings and outcomes related to the hero state. Okay. So we're trying to take them on this journey from zero to hero, and we need to know who that ideal client is. A good example. My ideal client is somebody that wants to get in shape in their 70s. Okay. And to go from, being a couch potato to being out and active every single day so you can enjoy your grandkids and being a family member, an active family member for the rest of your life, right? Maybe it's health and wellness. Maybe it's you are trying to help people get their business going online. Whatever it is, excuse me, you need to know what that is, right? You know what the zero state is, and you know what the hero state is. You just got to know what your ideal client is. Okay. So I will be always asking myself and filling out these. I would make this my vision statement, my tagline, my when people say, well, what do you do? I help my ideal client go from zero to hero so they can achieve the desired feelings and outcomes related to that. Okay. So how does that YouTube scaling funnel look? What does it look like that when you bring people in? Okay. Well, if we start up here at the top, we've got all of these people that are seeing you for the first time. Okay. They're seeing your content for the first time. It's going to take them a long time. And when I say a long time, in the sense of it's going to take them a while to get down here to the bottom where they're customers, right? And you're making cash. The warm person is that person that says, okay, you know what? I know what they need. I know what they're talking about and everything. And it is one of my pains, and I really do need to look into this more. I'm going to start watching more. I'm going to start getting more information. Maybe you put out a webinar that allows them to even get more involved in what you're offering them and so forth. So now that journey becomes a little bit less. And then you've got the people that they've got the pain, they got the urgency, and they got the intent, and they want something to change, right? And you've got what they need. You've got the solution to their problems, and they want things to change. So their distance to being a customer and an active client is very, very short. Okay. So you once you understand that you continue to put out the content, you continue to put that targeted content out, and along the way, you're going to get a bunch of people jump in at the top of the funnel until they get down here. But it's your responsibility to take them on that journey. Okay. All right. This is cracking the code. And I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning, but a lot of this information I have gotten over the year from a handful of people, but one of my favorites is a young lady by the name of, and Carlos is gonna, I'm gonna mess up her last name, but her first name is Sunny. Her last name is Leonard Leonarduzzi. I guess. It's straight, but her name is Sunny, and she does really well. But she doesn't. She now over the years has a YouTube channel that's got like a half a million people out, 500,000 people out, and so forth. But if you look at her views and stuff and that, they're not outrageous views. She's not a big promoter at all of working your business, chasing views and subscribers. Okay, that gentleman that we had at the beginning, that video, is one of her clients. And he's got a nonprofit organization. She's got a whole uh, case study on him. And he had a nonprofit. He had 96 followers, subscribers on YouTube. And within 30 days, he made over $100,000, right? He didn't chase the views. He didn't. And I think he said he didn't even add any videos. He just optimized the videos he had, right? So he didn't even put out new content. Okay. So here's the cracking of the code, right? CODE, content optimization, development, and expansion. Okay. So content, if we look down here, we see the two things we kind of just talked about. What do you want to be known for? Right? Do you want to be known for, the marriage counseling guru? Do you want to be known as the fitness person or the online digital marketing person? Whatever it is you want to be known for, and then who are you trying to reach? Here, this I put this part up here because I think it's important to know what the idea of niching down is, right? So if we, in this example, if we look at health and wellness, that's the industry. So that's the big picture of it, health and wellness. The market in this case for this particular niche is weight loss, right? And then the niche, I mean, there are all kinds of weight loss, right? Weight loss can be someone that's teaching about working out, could be about supplements, it could be about diet, it could be all kinds of things, right? But this niche I chose because I love the carnivore diet, so I chose the carnivore diet, right? So I would be known as that carnivore diet guy, kind of, right? But I've niched down. It's a part of the health and wellness, it's a part of weight loss, but I'm niched down at that particular, and I know people out there that use this particular niche and are making a lot of money, and that's all they talk about. They don't get sidetracked about, okay, yeah, but if you're vegan, here's some things for you on vegan. Here's some things for you on veg. Here's some things if you're, keto and everything. They stay focused on exactly what they're talking about, and they don't have to have a lot of followers, right? The optimization part is this part right here, thumbnail and title. Okay. If you think about when you're going through YouTube, right? When you're going through any of the social media platforms, but especially when you're kind of looking at YouTube, what catches your eye first? The thumbnail, right? Because that's all you see. So you've got to create and learn to create thumbnails that grab their attention, that make them want to click, right? And then the title, you want that title to be hyper relevant to, in this example, the carnivore diet, right? What happened to me after 3 weeks on the carnivore diet? Whatever it might be, right? Some title like that. Your title and your thumbnail don't have to say the same things. In fact, they're almost better if you don't. You want your thumbnail, which nobody can click on the thumbnail, nobody can do anything with the thumbnail. They can't be searched. Google and YouTube can't SEO a thumbnail. They can't rate it anywhere because of the thumbnail. So the thumbnail, because it's an image, is totally important to the eye of the beholder, right? So if you can learn to create thumbnails that grab their attention so that they want to click, okay, that's the first thing. The title, on the other hand, that's text. So it can be what we call crawled, and it could be, if it's SEO'd, if it's catchy, if it's relevant and everything, then YouTube has the ability to put it in the right place, send it to the right people, and do all those things. So those are the two most important things for optimization. Okay. Development is all about retention. First 5 to 7 seconds of your video are the catchers, are the key, right? If you can't grab their attention in that first 7 seconds or so, 10 seconds, then they're going to click off something else. Didn't used to be that way. It wasn't until social media came around when everybody's, doing this 90 miles an hour that people's attention span went down. Okay. You need to give them an intro that lets them know exactly what you're going to do, what you're going to teach them, what they're going to get out of this, and so forth. Okay. So it's a tell them what you're going to tell them. And then eventually through the video, you're going to tell them what you're going to tell them. Tell them that you're going to tell them what you told them you're going to tell them. Tell them that you've told them that, and then give them a call to action. Okay. So this is the simplicity of what we do, right? It's really, really simple. Content that's targeted to my ideal, optimizing by the thumbnail and the title, developing in that retention, and then expansion is the last thing. And that's the thing that most people don't do. And that's repurposing your videos to other platforms. So you can get other people's eyes, like share it in a blog, share it on on your Facebook profile. And I don't mean repurposing it by recreating it so it looks good on those platforms. I mean repurposing it by using the YouTube link on those platforms. So they come back to YouTube, which then YouTube is the one that is going to be pushing them to your landing pages, your website, whatever you're using to really build your business. And you'll see why this is so incredibly, incredibly important as we end at the end of this. Okay. So what content converts? Well, four simple things. Your ideal customer's problems, their pain points, some common FAQs, questions that they have that they're struggling with, just kind of like LW and Karen, like what we were talking about before we started. What are the questions? Okay, well, how do I break this down into bite-sized pieces or whatever it might be? And then look at relevant channels. Okay. Go out to the relevant channels. I muted you guys real quick just so that the recording will be clean. That are talking about similar things to what you're talking about for your ideal customers. See what they're talking about. Look at what's going on with their their view count and so forth, and videos that really went viral to a certain extent, and that shows that people are really looking for that particular uh, topic and so forth. Okay, and could but I can't think of the word right now. It's like right there. Starts with a C. Okay. And you want to concentrate these on the people that are in the zero state, right? So the people that aren't in the hero state already, but they're in the zero state. You're trying to take them from zero to hero. So you want to look at the problem that the people in the zero state are having so that you can take them on that journey to the hero state. Okay. So if I take this even further now, I look for SEO, you're going to want to, and there's a good program out there called vidIQ that really, really is helpful in this because you can look at the keywords that you're looking for that are related to your ideal viewer, your ideal customer, and you're going to want to look for a search volume on those particular keywords that are only like from 0 to 1,000 because you don't want to be a small fish in a big pond or a busy pond. You want to be a small fish in a very, very not busy pond. You want to be a big fish, right? So you want 0 to 1,000 search volume. Okay. That tells you that, hey, there are people out there searching for it. That's great. It's got fair competition. Okay. And the views and the velocity on it are okay. They're not, like Mr. Beast, like he was talking about. Okay. So you want to be in that place where you're not having to compete with all these people that are, been out there for a long time, influencers and so forth. And then there's three types of videos, and this one gets people, did for me all the time. evergreen, depth, and viral. Now, what do most people look to get? Viral, right? They want I'm always getting asked, well, how many views did you get? Did it go viral? Did it go viral? Here's the problem with that. The ones that go viral typically aren't the ones that are targeted to your ideal viewers. So what does that do to the YouTube algorithm? Screws it all up. So I'm not looking to go viral. I'm looking to go evergreen, which means people are coming back all the time to look at what new information I have, and depth, meaning that I've got into depth within the niche that I'm in. If I can continue to do those two, I don't really care about the viral because 99% of the time, those that go viral and we get so excited about, right? It's just a fluke. If you talk to the people and say, yeah, I put this one up there and went viral. I don't know why, but it went viral. It's so exciting, right? Well, it went viral because it probably has nothing to do with your ideal, customer, your ideal viewer. And now that's all made the algorithm go crazy because YouTube's going, well, wait a minute. I was sending them to my search and to my suggestion into my browse based on this. And I don't know. Now what are they doing? They're doing this over here. Okay. So I would concentrate on the evergreen and in depth, especially the evergreen, putting out relevant content to your zero state people that keeps them coming back. Okay. All right. Metrics. And these are things that, I've seen a lot of people talk about, and every single one that I've seen talk about has the same kind of numbers. Your click-through rate, meaning that somebody's watched your video and they've clicked off of there to go to your call to action, right? Maybe you're giving away a free ebook, a free checklist, a guide, whatever it might be. Okay. Or maybe you're selling something. Typically, you don't want to do that, but you can every so often, right? So it's going to be on the thumbnail, on the title. If you can get between 2 and 10%, you're doing great, right? If you're at 10%, if you're above 10%, you're a rock star. And everybody looks at that and goes, 10%, that's not very much. When you're thinking about, I don't know how many billions of people are on YouTube, if you can get 10% of the people that come to your channel to click and go outside of that, that's great. And the more relevant content that you put up to your audience, the better these numbers will be. I can't stress that enough. You need to know who they are. You need to know what you want to be known for, and you need to make your content based on that. Retention. Retention is how much of what you put out there they watch, right? And the kind of the industry guru standard is 40%. If you can get 40% retention, in other words, you've got a 100-minute video and they watch 40 minutes of it, you're doing good. You're doing good. And then qualitative, the metric you want to look at for that is how many people are commenting, how many people are sharing, and things like that. But not just people that comment, but what are they putting up relevant comments? Are they putting out comments that make sense to what they're watching? Hey, this really helped me out, boy. I wish you did more on this and things like that. That means that what you're putting out there is hitting that zero state ideal viewer. And it gets really exciting when they start, interacting with you and asking you questions. Because what do they want? They want more. Where do you send them? You send them where the more is. Your website, your landing pages, your products, and so forth, right? Okay. Second part of that is, and I'd never heard it put out like this before until I was listening to Sonny the other day. You got two metrics, DPS and DPV, dollars per subscriber and dollars per view. Okay. So if I look at this one example that she gave, this young lady was making $10,000 a month, and she had 1,000 subscribers, not scribers, subscribers. So that equals $10 per subscriber, right? Then she looked at somebody that was making $3,000 a month off of the AdSense on YouTube, right? They got their account up so that they could monetize it, and they were getting 100,000 views. So 100,000 views at 3,000, they made 3 cents per view, and that's typically what AdSense pays on the high end. They usually pay between 1 and 3 cents per view. So if you're chasing views, you've got to get 100,000. If you've got 1,000 subscribers and you're doing good content that is tailored to your ideal customer, you only need 1,000, and you get $10. So what do you want? 3 cents or $10, right? So the lesson learned in all of this is longer videos, 10, 20, 30-minute videos equals quality viewers. Remember, we talked in the beginning, I don't want quantity, I want quality. So if I want quality, do I do the 30-second dances and the 1 minute TikToks? Yeah, you can still do those. But where you're really going to get the best bang for your buck is on longer videos and using YouTube. Okay. So going back here to the relevancy rules, ideal viewer, relevant content, kicks in the algorithm for the categorization for YouTube. So now YouTube's working for you, and they start using their internal traffic sources of search, suggest, and browse, right? So you've got the two parts on this side of it. Then YouTube kicks in and it does its part. So once you know this, that doesn't change. All you've got to do is this part here, put out relevant content. Decide who your ideal viewer is, start putting out relevant content, and you do this kicks in, and they start doing this for you. And then you remember that expansion part was now I use that link and I start promoting that link, which then they start saying, wow, look at all these people from Facebook or Instagram that are coming to look at their videos. TikTok, to me, it would be Instagram and X. Okay, so if you work your business this way, this is going to allow you to monetize your business and content your way. You're not following trends, you're not doing any of that stuff without worrying about algorithm changes. We get stuck on this all the time. If you're doing social media with TikTok and Instagram and everything, you're always worried about the algorithm changing. Oh no, I got to do this anymore. You're always looking to see what's the newest trend. It's a video trend. It's an audio trend. It's a dance trend. I don't know how they do that. It's all these different things, right? You don't have to do that. Number two, you don't have to worry about constantly creating content because YouTube's not a moving fast platform. Once you create the content, if you start out by creating one video a week, guess what? That doesn't go by. That doesn't go away. Nobody's going like this. It stays in the bucket forever, right? I'm getting 17 to 18,000 new visitors to my website every month from content that I put out years ago, right? Number three, constantly following trends. We talked about that. That's what drives people crazy. Here's the newest trend. It used to be those newest trends lasted at least a week or two. Now it's like the newest trend. It's hour two. There's another new trend. There's another new trend. There's another trend, and you don't have to worry about all the time stress. Meaning that you're not on the clock. That okay, I got to do my post this today. I got to do this today. I got to do that today. You can really lay it out and do it the right way, talking to the right people, putting out the right content, and let the platform work for you. All right. What's our goal in all of this? Our goal in all of this is our email list. We own the email list. We don't own our TikTok. We don't own our YouTube followers. We don't own our Instagram. We don't own any of that. A good friend of Carlos and I's, Ray Higdon, many many years ago when I got connected up with him back in 2009, he had just gone through a whole thing where YouTube shut down. He had 1,000 videos on YouTube. They shut down his account, and he wasn't saving them locally, so he had to start a whole new account and literally start from scratch. He couldn't even upload videos that he had because he didn't have them anymore. Right? He didn't own it. Your email list, you own that. You're not gonna wake up in the morning and go, you know what? I don't like that email I put out yesterday. I think I'm gonna shut myself down. Right? You own that list. You can export it anytime you want, upload it to another program. It's your list. It is the most important aspect of having a scalable and long-term sustainable online business. I promise you, no matter who you ask, and I'm talking about people that are making hundreds of millions of dollars a year, they will tell you the same thing. Their most important asset is their email list. YouTube is a tool for your business, is not the end all of your business. The end all of your business, the final destination of your business is that email list because we know people don't buy on the first look. It takes 6 to 7, 7 to 10, depending on the economy. I was reading something the other day. Over the last few years, it's been 20 or 25 times before people wanted to spend the money because the economy wasn't good. That changes. It goes up and down, depending on all kinds of different things. But the reality is that if you've got them on your list, you can start taking them through those funnels and taking them through that from being warm, from being cold to warm to hot, and it's a lot easier to do. I cannot stress enough how important email list is. I hear people that don't know what they're talking about, in my opinion, saying, "Oh no, you don't need an email list. That's old school." It's old school and it's been around and successful every every single year. We are coming into the Christmas time frame, and I guarantee you the stats after the Christmas holiday are going to be a majority of all purchases were done through email. Last year, it was 40 to 60% of all purchases in 2023 were done through email. Only 12% were done through social media. Why is that? Because it's easy to build that know, like, and trust. You buy something from Amazon, next thing you know, you're getting an email from Amazon saying, "Hey, we noticed you bought this. You might like this too." Well, I had a good experience with them last time. Yeah, I'll try that. Right? That's why it works. Go to these websites. Just notice the next time you go to a website, what are they promoting? 20% off coupon if you give me your name and email. Hey, we're going to give you this if you give me your name and email. At the bottom of the page, you'll see a little thing. Oh, by the way, don't forget to follow us on social media. It's an afterthought. But what they're trying to do, everything that they want to give you, you've got to give your email for. That's a clue, right? All right. This is just kind of a bonus. Wrap it up. This is basically the blueprint plan in 5 points, right? Knowledge. You all have a knowledge of something, right? You need to have something that you can give, some solutions. You all have something. I know people are always saying, "Well, I don't know anything." That's not true. You do. Everybody knows something that they're good at. They may not be an expert at, but they're good enough at that there are these people over here that aren't that good, that need what you have, right? So you need to know what your knowledge is and your solution, right? You cannot match ideal customer with ideal guide if you don't know what you have, right? If I'm really good at cooking Chinese food, but I'm trying to talk to people that want to go online and create a business, there's not a match there, right? So I need to know what knowledge I have and what my solution is. Number two is I need to know what my ideal client is, and you need to know these people intimately. You need to know this avatar, what their challenges are, where their problems are, what their FAQs are, where do they hang out, what is it that they are really struggling with, and how does your solution correct that for them? Number three is you need to come up with something that you can sell to them, right? A course, community, coaching. Now, for those of you who are watching this afterwards, and if I've got two programs that are incredible that you can help people out if if your audience are people that are trying to get online, just send me a direct message and I'll share those with you. But both of these packages not only are incredible for helping people go from zero to hero, they're courses, but they're incredible for you making money while you do it and making really good money. Okay. Number four is content, 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 right? I heard this a long time ago and I thought it was just perfect. If content is king, consistency is queen. Okay. So figure out one, two, and three, start creating your relevant and valuable content, and then put a CTA at the end of each of those. And that call to action is, and if you don't watch like Graham Cochran and Sunny Leonarduzzi and whatever her name is, Sunny L, I'm gonna call her Sunny L, Amy Porterfield, all of these people, if you watch their videos, they don't wait till the end. They'll be talking about stuff, and even as they go along, and it's always the same thing. It'll be like, hey, by the way, if you want more detail on this, grab my free ebook. It's at rondeering.com/storytelling. Okay, let's continue on. Blah, 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 blah. They start, and then all of a sudden you'll say, but by the way, just in case, if you're just joining us, you can grab my free ebook on storytelling at rondeering.com/storytelling. And at the end, they'll do it again, right? So relevant, valuable content and a call to action, right? Because what are we trying to do? If I go back to that slide, what's the most important thing in our business? Our email list. We're always trying to do that. And then number 5 is enroll and scale. And from here, without question, the sky's the limit. If you look at that little flow chart at the bottom, YouTube, call to action, freebie, email, and from there you make them your buyer. Okay.